Hi, I'm looking at integrated space weather, composite of the sun, stellar core down here. You can see the darker areas are less energetic, have less energy. The yellow is, these are called the active areas. Now, here's our stellar core, and you can see the energy drain it's done from the sun. It's just sort of hanging out over there. I'm not sure how, but it is, and it's just draining the sun of energy. See that line? I think it's about this big, and it's really close to the sun. Just this bubbling area over here. Active region. See all the loops. Didn't see anything on these two except LASCO 2 has, there's 2230, let's say, and then it goes 8 hours missing. Bloop. So I'm pretty sure the Disney Planet came by with roller coasters and stuff again, and they just don't want me to have any fun. Here you can see 211 angstroms, the weak line there. The energy's been transferred from the sun to the stellar core. Solar winds. It's sort of splotchy here, but apparently it's not weakened enough. The corona is not weak enough to really increase the solar winds, because this is staying pretty low. A little over 7 years since the Fukushima reactor melted. These are called boiling water reactors, and it's all supposedly this wonderful closed loop, and it's all safe and blah blah blah. So that's what it sort of looks like. And in the Fukushima buildings, they have the core. There's 4 of these that blew up. They have the core, and then this is 6 stories high. The bottom of this pool, SFP, spent fuel pool, goes from 6 to 9 stories, or 6 to 10, and it's got probably 4 times as much as all the radioactive elements in the core itself. Because no one knows what to do with this stuff once they use it. There's no long-term storage in the world for anything. They just keep putting it into water buckets, like the one down here in Trojan on the Columbia River. It's still all that stuff stored right there in a water bucket right next to the river. because they're insane. So here's Fukushima. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is 4. This is the one they talk about a little bit coming up. But basically they just built this sarcophagus, coffin over it, whatever, just to hide it. Basically, that's all they're doing. So you can see these are totally blown up. The only reason this one's not so blown up, number 2, is because a big door fell off during the earthquake, and that let the gas escape. Because once you quit cooling these with 1 million gallons of water a minute, the zirconium cladding, I think, is on the outside of these pellets. And once that heats up, it creates hydrogen from the water, and then it blows up. So just another great thing in their design that it'll be fine. And I'm just going to listen. This is Dana, Beautiful Girl by Dana. He's also the nuclear proctologist. And people say bad things about him, but he seems to have his heart in the right place and seems reasonable every time I listen to him. He swears a little bit, but oh well.
Can you tell the difference in the two buildings? Can you tell which one is the real reactor, which one is the fake reactor, or are you actually stupid?
This is what they say.
You're pretty stupid if you can't tell the difference.
It's like. That's what CNN said it's like.
They're both the official picture of the same building.
Everything's
one is a lie, one is the truth. I'm not going to point it out for you because if you can't...
Anyway, so he's pretty straightforward, and he's the guy to listen to if you want to know more about the 7-year-old event. So all the stuff spilling into the ocean, and basically salmon runs are down to zip. All the salmon derbies have been called off on the west coast because there's no salmon and the ocean's croaking. So, more happy news to follow.